welcome back to When Pigs Fly. I am Patty, and I'm here with Tracy and Renee. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Morning.
All right, so today we're going to follow up on a topic that where we are going to speak about in the future about ascension symptoms, and we wanted to think of what would be a great follow-up subject to that. And we got into on our little sidebars a topic about false beliefs. Um, how is how does language play a part in your ascension, how you're in your integration process and your expansion, quite honestly? So, w words, the words we use have energy, and we use words as a communication of incoming energy. The words are how we communicate the energy. Like, for example, you can say hello, or you can go hello, right? It's the same word, but my energy is different in both of them. And so we're going to go deeper with that. And we were talking about like regarding like ascension symptoms or what I call now perceived pain. Instead, Tracy and I think we both use the word sensation. And this is like a invitation to notice what language you use. Is the word chronic in your vocabulary? This means never ending, you know, or upgrade or sensation. Or so notice in your vocabulary where you may be creating some energetic resistance, something that is not flowing. And so I would love, I know Tracy and Renee have some, fabulous input here. So who wants to go first? Tracy.
Nice.
All right, well, I'll open it up with a big one because I've really been thinking about this subject a lot and what does that mean and how far can we push it? And I keep getting the analogy of, like keeps coming back to me, no, that's what you think. So literally every single thing, every word is something that someone created that word, then someone gave it a definition, and then a whole thought process and all of these systems and beliefs. So really, I was given the analogy, well, two of them to help you kind of wrap your head around this. If you go to pick anywhere, Japan, and you say, well, yeah, I was told I was cancer, and if I don't do chemotherapy, then I'm probably going to die, and the person doesn't know English, what do they hear or know? Right? Like
Yeah.
nothing. And then I was giving the another example of a child, or if you come into this world deaf, even if someone said to a small child, no, but 1 + 1 = 2, all that child sees is so every belief we have, everything, all our programming, all of our structuring, every structure that's out there is something that we think based on a human creation of words and definitions and how they all interplay, which is very extremely limited. So those are two examples that I was given to myself of wrap your head around this. Now see beyond. Now see further. Don't think it, know it, and know it from here, not here. If you know it from here, you're thinking it. If you know it from here, now we're getting somewhere. So that's
Yeah.
blowing this subject wide open. And I love that. I love that concept of we know nothing that we thought was true. Now, what do we know? And oh my God, like literally your life will change right now with that concept.
Mm-hmm. Feel
Yeah,
it. Feel
exactly.
it first. If somebody tells you something, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Go, okay, wait, is that true for me? How does that land on you? Because and I'm telling you, the more of this work you do, the more you expand, that you can feel the energy like quite clearly and you get a clarity around it and you trust it. And then from that trust, it becomes knowing and like play with it. Like Tracy said, just play with it. It can change so fast because it feels good. So the truth always feels good. Always. in that, that is how you lead yourself to a knowing, Renee.
I love that. I love that, both of you said, because it's so true. And what we always have to recognize is every single thing, like our system, God, your higher self, whatever you want to call it, because we are all really all of that. But it all hears everything is absolutely wonderful. So, so, so positive. Everything's positive. And I had this conversation with somebody yesterday, and I said, they were saying, something like, "Oh my God, well, they're playing victim." I'm like, "What's another word for victim that you could use?" Because you're now creating that energy for that person. When somebody says, "Oh my God, I have cancer," and blah blah blah, even if they're positive, "Oh God, I've got cancer," but that's okay, it's curable, there's no big deal. What they've done also is now bringing in the energy of that other person. So if the other person is like, "Oh my God, they got cancer, they're not going to make it." Okay, now you're combating that person's energy. And now all the, what I would say, all the things that are what we would perceive as negative in our world, that flies around the world quickly and easy because everybody's talking about it. Nobody's really talking about all the positive stuff, right? So now they're going to tell that person that person is going to go on. Now you're combating all of that energy. Okay, so from that perspective, we have to do something to break that. When you start to shift, if somebody tells you, "Oh my God, I'm sick," or "I've been sick forever," and "Oh my God, I can't get better," blah, blah, blah. Well, that's what they're creating. Their system feels and hears that as positive. "Oh, this is what we're putting all the energy to. This is what we have to
Yeah.
continue over and over and over again." And it's just this continual, gerbil wheel that they're on. But the system is like, "Oh, how wonderful." And if you want to say the healers or God or whatever, they're like, "Oh, how wonderful that." Okay, they clearly that's what they want, because clearly that's where the energy's going. You're creating a ton of energy around it because you're talking about it, you're thinking about it. Your lungs are, "Oh my God, look, oh, I got this pain, I can't walk." So it's going to continue to you're creating that for yourself over and over and over again. And, I'm not saying that we're in a world right now for some people, and certainly I'm one of these, that you can correct that and make it shift like this yet, because that's coming. But we're at this road, you have to start to make that change now. So start to shift that whole component of what you're thinking, what you're saying, what you're and say, "Oh, you know what? Thank you so much." Like, if you've got everybody that I've ever known, because when I first started doing stuff, I had a lot of people I'd worked now sometimes with Roswell Park, which is a cancer center, but I mean, they've grown substantially from then. But however, I worked with a lot of cancer patients. And what always surprised me was when I looked at things, it was always an aspect where that person did something for everybody else and they put themselves last. Well, what does cancer
Mm.
do? You are forced, whether you like it or not, you are forced to ask for help, and you cannot do things for yourself. "Okay, I got to go to chemotherapy. Well, I can't drive myself there." And Uber, back then Ubers weren't a thing or whatever, but now they are. But I don't know that they would let you leave, because I think you have to have somebody there that
Mm.
So it's this piece of really starting to recognize and to realize what you're putting the energy to, and what are you doing to combat that, because your energy is going from here and you're just you're decreasing your energetic flow and the energy you're putting out into the world. I hope all that made sense. I felt like I was going, yeah.
Well, it makes total sense, Renee. And I actually spoke about this in one of the recent upgrade reports, energy upgrade reports. And the way I put it was, your attention is your currency. Your attention is your currency, and so is your authenticity. And I know that a few of you came to us because you were searching how to keep up your vibration. And this is exactly what we're talking about. And so the energy piece here is, what are you giving your attention to? That is your currency. That is where your power is. And then, as far as maintaining your vibration, you give your attention to that, the end result, that what is your desired state of being. Give your attention to that, and then add something easy like, "Oh, I want that with ease. I want it with grace," right? I want to have joy. Whatever you need to attach to it as a state of being, to give your attention to that, and you can always go to peace. When you are in a state of peace, even if it's for a moment, in the moment, you are allowing flow. You're allowing that currency. You're allowing wellness. You're allowing all the healing. And then to catch yourself maintaining the vibration is then, do you then go have a conversation with someone that says, oh no, here's how many people die of cancer every year. Now you've you've lowered your vibration. And so it's that, self, self-learning, self-awareness, self-realization, however you want to put it, of being able to now hold your space in that, and just, you can take that information, but don't entangle in that energy, and hold your energy in that moment, and know who the truth of who you are is, that your wellness is assured. And so yeah, whatever you're giving your attention to, the energy goes, oh, that's what they want more of. Here it comes. So it's, and by the way, do this with compassion, because you don't expect yourself to bat 1,000 out of the gate. It's not really, it's a process. And but what happens is, and the energy is here to support it happening quicker and quicker. Like, gosh, when I started practicing this, I was doing it in the 3D sludge. So it was clearing stuff at the same time, but just knowing that, and then start to have the awareness around, what words do you use when a perceived problems? I use the word perceived problem, perceived situation. And then I go, okay, well, I know this is happening in my best and highest good. So I have this perceived situation. Okay, smart ass, what do you do with it? Hello, I asked for guidance. I know nothing. Like, be comfortable, like Tracy said, be comfortable saying, oh, I know nothing, but I know what I want to create. I want to create a state of being of peace and joy. And this situation is in front of me, but right now I don't see the solution. Okay, let me, I'll hand it over. Hand it over. I call it my cosmic concierge. I stole that from an author, by the way. Her name is Pam Grout, and her books are phenomenal if you like reading. And I love that term. So it's like, oh, my human doesn't have a solution for this right now, but my cosmic concierge does. So I'm going to hand it over. So that's kind of, that's my personal process. And Tracy, I know you got something here.
So yeah, I want to add on, and I will say, I don't know if you've listened, I owned restaurants, so it's a great pool of activity to examine human behavior. So one that is really came, and this is how I think it work. I zone in on behavior patterns, and then I look at myself, and then I analyze them. And why do we think that as humans? So one of them that kind of came to my awareness is the use of saying, I'm sorry and I apologize. And it's out of control. And if you start zoning in on it, and then all of a sudden I had to retrain my entire staff, online reviews. We're so sorry. Well, we apologize. I'm like, yeah, but we're not sorry and we don't apologize. And it was crazy requests like, how come you don't have a tea kettle in the lodging unit? Or the bed was too high. Oh, we're so sorry. We'll make sure next time we have a step stool. Like, there's a lot of like giving you examples of how we're, well, not me, but so many people are on default setting to say, I'm sorry, I apologize. This is not good for anyone energetically. It's not good for the sayer of it, and it's not good for the
Receive.
receiver. And it's bad for both. And I am now just going around correcting everyone. Don't say that. You're not sorry. And no, you don't, because you're making yourself right. Well, I'll take all the blame. And then the person on the other side is not taking any personal responsibility. So it's not serving either one in that equation. And all of a sudden I was like, this is a big problem in society's entire mindset and programming. So that's just one example. And trust me, there's so many of how we need to deconstruct these. And I know, Renee, this mindset, it shoots out and it really
Yeah.
contaminates the entire stratosphere of what we're trying to navigate through.
Hmm.
So it's pretty powerful
Yeah. I
word choice, and how that's just one example of a very extensive, not for the good,
Yeah.
energetic
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh. And can I tell you, I'm sorry has become an unconscious response for so many people. Like it literally
Hmm.
comes out like, like a turd. It's like, I'm sorry. And here's a great place to practice this. How many times, if someone calls you and invites you to something, give yourself and give your friends permission to say no, give your family permission to say no. And you don't say, I'm sorry, I can't go. No, we can't be sorry for following our own energy. And in this 5D, we must follow our own energy. And all you need to do is say, I'm not feeling it. You can say thank you. Thank you for the invitation. I'm not feeling it. Now, this may be unusual, it may be uncomfortable for them for a few minutes. Well, what do you mean? And then if anything that's guilt or shame, is not even their truth. It's not your truth and it's not their truth. So you just hold your ground. And what happens is you're now giving them permission to do the same. And that's how we unwind this nasty, like yarn ball of, I'm sorry, and people pleasing, and then stop attending shit that you're not aligned with. Like I can't wait for the day when we all go, oh, I'm not in alignment with that, but you go have fucking rock out. Because that's our truth. And how freeing is that? Anybody who's got freedom on their list of what you want to create, that's how you begin freedom. Stop. Don't be afraid to say no. You can say it with compassion and thank you. I'm not feeling it. And that is so freeing. I'm not going to do fucking anything I don't want to do. Like, it's a choice. And when you don't tell yourself that old story of, oh, but they're going to be hurt and they're going to be, no, if they choose that, but there's energy here to support, say, well, wait, why don't you just go experience that? I had someone recently a client tell me a story that they were on a cruise with a group and the group was all got into a low vibration. There was like conflict going between different people, and this one person, they had all signed up for an excursion together. Well, the whole group that was melting down, they all were like, no, we're going to stay we're not going to. And this person went solo on the excursion. She said it was magical. And she would not have had that experience had they gone. But when she left, she was like, oh, they left me on my own, blah, blah. And then she went, oh, I had the whole hindsight that they were not meant to be on that experience with me because that was just totally for me. And those are the gifts and the miracles that are sitting there waiting for us. And all we need to do is say, I don't feel like doing that shit because I'm doing this for me and recognize when you do that, you're giving the gift to them. Tracy, you just said that you're giving the gift to yourself and to them. They may not see it yet. It's okay. Bless them, give them love, but you're giving it to them and they will. You're planting that seed of giving permission to say, no, I'm not feeling it. Renee, what are you feeling?
Well, I always take it from that energetic point and what I, see and all of that. And what you have to sort of recognize and realize is when you are going against what you feel, like, oh, I don't feel like going to this. I don't want to go to this. Can you believe we were invited to this? It's that point when you do that, you're basically telling your body, hey, I'm not important. We are not important. We're not deserving. I mean, there's so many other components to that come in, but it's that aspect of then if you're not important, of course, people are going to continue to shit on you. All of a sudden, people are attacking you because how many times have you done something and you're like, oh my God, why is that person so mean to me? Why is that person? Well, you're not important, right? Isn't that basically what your message? That is your energy. Okay, so you give your body that thing. Now, not only does it create separation within you, and now you're gonna have to clear that aspect out, but now you've shifted and changed your energy. Well, I'm not important. Your true soul, your beautiful light body knows you're goddamn important. There's nothing you cannot do in this world. You are the center of your universe and you should be. So what is it going to do? It is going to put that energy out of like, okay, hey, let's wake this person up. So all of a sudden you're getting shit on left and right. Like, oh my God, what is wrong? Everybody, nobody likes me, this and this and this, and all the shitty things are happening to me because it's your soul trying to wake you up and say, look, you are fucking important. You are such a beautiful being of light. There's only one you in the damn world. How freaking awesome is that? You brought yourself into this world because you chose this, believe it or not. You brought yourself here to say, look, I'm going to shine my light out. I'm going to come in a form that I'm least likely to accept. And I'm now going to prove that I can love myself. And that's going to shift and change our energy. When you change your energy, that beautiful energy going out, exactly what Patty said and Tracy said, it's that whole aspect. Now you're giving other people the approval to be themselves. And it's okay. So don't allow yourself to create a separation within you. Don't lower your vibration to that point. You are wonderful. You are special. You are all sorts of, amazingness. Allow that to actually come through. When you feel like I don't want to attend this place, you don't have to. Like everybody's so used to because I have to do this because I can't go because and you're making up lies. That too is creating a separation within your body. And you're saying, oh, well, see, what we do isn't important. They're thinking, no, you don't have to give a reason. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the invite, but no, I can't go. No, you can't go because you're choosing not to go, period. You don't have to give an excuse. And that will set you free on so many levels. People, oh, but there's spam. No, stop thinking about everybody else. Look at you. You are the most important thing. Your life, your universe should surround you. When you're okay, everything else in your energetic field is going to be okay too. You will be amazed at people that you didn't think could do things because, oh my God, no, you'll be amazed. You take care of you first, how all of that takes care of themselves. And all of a sudden they're empowered to take care of themselves as well, or to do this, that, and the other thing. We're not helping anybody by overdoing things for them. We're creating people that like, well, I guess I can't do it, or okay, well, I am not, whatever. Like my son, whatever, like weeks ago, and I said, I like to do this because this makes me happy. He's like, yeah, but you're giving me the message that I can't do it, that I'm not capable. And I was like, oh, shit. I never thought about that. And I was like, but of course you're capable. You lived on your own for, years. You're temperate. Of course you're capable. He's like, yeah, but that's not how you make me feel. So start to look at the point like, okay, I'm going to do this for me, but I'm also going to be very aware of if I do something for somebody else, how is that making them feel? And open your goddamn mouth and ask them. Oh, yeah, how many times are really, oh my God, so I think so-and-so's mad at me. I don't know why. I don't know why I did. You can open your mouth and ask them. I'm confrontational. So I will, like, if somebody says something about me, I'll be like, I'll call them up or I'll go to the house and be like, wait, why did you say this? What happened? Like, what is this all about? Because I want to know. I want to clear the air. If I don't do that, oh
Yeah.
my God,
Yeah.
it makes me feel crazy and my vibration goes, whoop,
Yeah. You're
down.
eating a shit sandwich. Yeah. And don't perpetuate family guilt and shame. That's a big one. Oh, but our family, no, stop making yourself small and then free the whole family by freeing yourself. Stop perpetuating something that, feels, and I want to show Tracy brought up, I'm sorry, I'm going to add in the big one. This is a whole consciousness energy that got healed recently. It's in the process of getting alchemized, and that is should. Okay. The it should be called a shit consciousness. It's should. Anything that follows the word should is a lie. Anything that follows the word should is a lie. Who are you answering to? When I ask people that, they go, well, because you're answering to a false energy of 3D that was created out of fear, guilt, shame. So anything that follows the word should, if you catch yourself using it, you can go, oh, we're lying to ourselves. Well, I'm not going to deny myself love in this moment. Thank you, Renee. I want love pouring through my body right now. So instead of that, wait, what do I want to do? What do I desire to do right now? And yeah, all you shoulders get rid of that word. Tracy, I know you got more.
No, you guys
You're
are
good.
The only thing I'm really is it's been big for me is personal responsibility. I keep coming back to that. I keep telling everyone, listen, you're responsible for you. It's such a big, if we all just really, really in every second of the day took responsibility for our own happiness, for our own well-being, and then also gave it away that everyone else is same. They're responsible for, not that we can't collaborate and create, but I think that we all need to really get that at a foundational level. And we are in process of figuring that out. I think most people can't even really comprehend what that means because it's so intertwined, even, mother to child and employee. I'm speaking to my own life. I have children, I have employees. So of course, no, they think their personal well-being is my responsibility. And we really, this is all the same conversation of untangling that mess of perceived responsibility, because at the end of the day, we are responsible for ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're powerful.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God. And that whole thing, Tracy, you were saying this, and Patty, you had mentioned this earlier. And I want to double down on that because nobody can make you feel any particular way. That's their shit. That's their stuff. So, if you're saying, oh my God, can you believe so-and-so said this to me? Can you believe they did this to me? Look at you. Why? Why are they saying that to you? What energy are you putting out that you're not even aware of? It's not like we're aware of this energy that, oh, I'm putting this energy about it, that I'm not worthy, or, whatever it is. And it's that aspect of recognizing and knowing that when somebody says or does something to you and you're like, oh my God, I feel like this, I feel so angry. I feel why do you feel angry? Like, what did they call you on that you're not taking responsibility for? Because that's basically what it is. You're not willing to take responsibility. Number one, for how you feel. You've just handed them your power and said, oh, here you go. You want to say that shit about me? First of all, you are the only one who knows who you are. Everybody else around you, they just know the little snippets of the way they perceive things. And we talked about this in another episode. And Tracy, you had brought up a good point, way back when we talked about it. It was like, okay, well, ask them, well, what did you just hear? How are you perceiving that? Because it's that aspect of when people are saying things to you, check in with yourself, take responsibility for the thing. And you can say to them, well, why do you think that? Why do you think I'm an asshole? What actually transpired? And if they want to be honest with you, they'll tell you the actual situation. You're like, okay, but that was one side of the story. My mother always said, there's always three sides of the story. There's their side, and then the truth, because everybody's perceiving everything differently. Mm-hmm. Right? So it's that aspect of really pay attention, take responsibility for you, how you feel. Don't hand up your energy to anybody. And if they're making you feel a particular way, no, that's you. Take responsibility for it. Why do I feel this way? Why did I hand my power to that? And let's now reframe this and shift it and change it and just acknowledge that, no, I'm taking responsibility. And this is what I want in my life. That makes sense?
Total sense. Like you talk about, like example would be the energy of frustration. If you're allowing something to frustrate you, just look at that as, okay, we talked about language earlier in the episode. Frustration equals I handed my energy over to someone else. And and then now in this energy, you're amplifying it. So your soul is going to be like, here you go. You want some more frustration? Here you go. Until you go, wait a minute. Wait, what do I need to clear here? What do I need to, let me get back. Take back your power. Call yourself back into alignment. Take 3 deep breaths. Stick your head out in nature, right? All these ways that we can get yourself grounded. But it's everything we're talking about, just it's an awareness, and it's actually something that's fun that you can actually pay attention. Okay, wait. How many times do I say I'm sorry in a day? Oh, how many times do I say should? Okay. And those of you with the to-do list, ugh, that the to-do list is a hidden energy of should. Just saying, start following the energy. You absolutely know what tasks need to be done, and it all ends up getting done without a should list. You can follow the energy, you know, okay, in the meantime, I got to squeeze in laundry somewhere here. You'll go do it almost unconsciously while you're still. I mean, it's so important to get into this creative energy now and stay in it. And yeah, this is good. I think we're going to have another one because I feel like Tracy has a writing on this one that we're going to discover off air. Uh, I really do. So, all right, that flew by, ladies. Great, great discussion. And so thank you again to all of our new subscribers and to our OGs. We love you. And let's all go have a fabulous day. Love you.
Love you.